into categories, and then once you've done that, actually one thing I should say, sorry, when you're sorting into categories, you may be in one room, but sometimes you have, say, wrapping paper in the basement, and then you have wrapping paper in the craft room. Should be the only two areas, but always bring them together. Okay, so then you can see how much you have. So it's bringing all those categories together. Then you need to purge. That's always the harder part, but you have everything in front of you. I see someone nodding there. Sorry, not to put you up.
I just moved. My house is a disaster.
But and hopefully these might help you the tips, right? So you need to purge. And that's where it goes through your mind, and we set up some guidelines and some rules. It's like, do I set a minimum number of things? Like, okay, I'm only allowed 5 cardigans, or I'm only allowed, like 5 is a magic number. And I'm just pulling that number out of there, right?
Yes.
Because it gives you that guideline, because I can see people are like,
let's just not think that, like this video, that we come and just be like, let's get rid of everything. That's not what we do.
No, we don't do that. And throw it in the quarry. So then you need to, and then you put them into your piles, right? So it's sort, sell, donate, keep, donate. When we say sell, we always be wary of this one. So we want people to make sure, if you're going to the effort of selling items, that it's really worth your time, because it can be very, very time consuming, right? And if you're putting things on, say, Facebook, people don't always turn up. You put them down for a really low number, it's causing you a lot of stress. We want you to think about it and weigh up the emotional cost it is to just, and you can take it to donation, because someone there will really need that item, and it's just an easier stress on you, and it makes the process go faster. Because if you haven't sold those items in 2 or 3 months, they're still sitting there, right? Then assign a place for each category. So then you have now what you love. So now you know how much you have. Now you need to assign a place for everything. Then what you do is you containerize. So it doesn't mean it has to be in a container like a bin, but it's just however you want to sort things out. If you want to, we do use a lot of bins, baskets, and it keeps it all together. Sometimes people kind of like, do I really need to put it in a bin? Does it really make much difference? It just keeps everything together, and you can also limit your number of bins, which is a really good way, because if you have everything loose, then it can just keep piling up, right? But if you say, I just limit it to one container, and as soon as it starts spilling over, you know you need to get rid of some stuff, right? And then evaluate. So this is something that people kind of forget to do, but we want you to keep coming back. You're not, and it's honest, you're not going to get it right the first time. It's not going to be perfect, but you've done the hard work. So now you need to go back and evaluate, make sure it's working for you and your family. Okay? So that's a really huge step that I think we forget a lot of the time. We kind of think it's going to happen straight away, but if you just tweak it a little bit and then get it right, get the family involved too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which is a huge thing, right? Getting the family involved, get their input, how do they work, what do they like? And I think then everybody works within it, right? Because they've had a piece, they've had a say in it. So
yes.
Yeah.
And like we say, the evaluate, it can be coming back to it 90 days later or a month later. Sometimes you're just not ready emotionally at that point to get rid of something. But if you leave it on the side or leave it in that place altogether, then in 30, 90 days you can come back and be like, you know what? I've been fine without it for 90 days, or it's not creating the same emotion for me, it's not bringing up the same emotion, then I'm ready to let go. Like I said, it's not always like, just get rid of it. It's a process. It's more of a process. We don't come and we like to say, like, we love the Marie Kondo thing. Obviously it brought the organizing at the forefront, but we're not necessarily going to make you thank everything that's leaving the house either.